Hello guys and welcome back to our daily Marvel Future Fight series. I am Dr. Mischief, and in the third episode of our series, we will be taking a more in-depth look at one of the most intriguing mechanics of the game, alliances. Alliances have been around since probably the start of the game, and with recent updates, they have gradually increased in terms of relevance. And if you guys saw our first episode where I reviewed the leaked 3.0 update for Future Fight that was done by data mining, you'll remember that there's this new feature in alliances that will significantly boost the gameplay of alliances. So in honor of that, we'll actually be taking a look at different features of an alliance, and I'll be giving some comments on what it can improve on. So now let's check my alliance. So currently it's level 16 and our alliance store is level 1. So let's go through everything. So here on the right side you can see the alliance bonuses. So as you increase your alliance level, you can get various bonuses and they'll increase as you progress. So I think the max level is 30. Yeah, it's 30. So aside from that, to gain Alliance level XP, which not to be confused with Alliance store level XP, which we'll discuss later. To get Alliance level XP, you basically have to go through the regular gameplay like the story mode, story missions, daily missions. And the thing is, if you use clear tickets, you won't get that XP exactly. Just like how you won't get shield XP if you use clear tickets. So if you want to increase the level of your alliance, or you want to like contribute in terms of like alliance level, then I suggest you don't use clear tickets. Now, over here is Alliance Challenge. So basically, we have daily Alliance challenges and weekly Alliance challenges. So basically what this does is like, it's an additional perk to make alliances active or have a more active role in one's gameplay. So it's shared actually, the challenges. So for example, I do 2 Villain Siege missions, and my other teammates do 2 as well. If we're 15, we'll probably reach 30 in no time. So you also get that reward. Everyone in the alliance gets that reward, which is really helpful. And over to the right is the weekly alliance challenge, which isn't that impossible given your amount of players and how much tries you get. So for my alliance's weekly challenge, it's timeline battle, win 900 times, which is not even that hard. Alright? So now we go on to the more interesting parts. So let's skip the third bar first and let's head on to the fourth bar, which is Alliance Arena. Now, everyone probably knows this, but for those who are new to the game, Alliance Battle is basically when you either challenge the, I don't know what this is, like a Frost Beast, or you do those like infinite mobs. So basically what that does is, the more damage you do, the higher you score. And like, if you get a higher score, they compute all of your scores, all your alliance member scores, and they rank your alliances. So the top alliances, they end up in an alliance tournament like this. So yeah, that question mark failed. Basically it's something that people joke about, like, oh, only the top alliances get to compete and all you have to do is like cheer and stuff. So yeah, so if your alliance isn't in like the top spots, don't expect alliance tournament to be any useful. So what most people take to heart is the alliance battle. Now, further on the right part, like the furthermost right, the third option, it says new content. So this is where my first episode speculation falls in place. So if you want to like check out what I talked about, feel free to head on to the first episode and view that. Now for the new content, we don't know when it's going to be released, we don't know when the next update is, but we're really confident that it's going to be on update 3.0, as that will be a major breakthrough in terms of the gameplay mechanics and how basically the game's going to evolve from there. Now, the fifth bar is allies. So basically over here are all of my allies. So they're like the people in your alliance, your members, and all that stuff. So you can see like, oh, contribution points, you can check out their profiles and whatever. So now you're probably wondering, what are those contribution points? So let's actually tackle the main highlight, or not really the main highlight, but a real topic of controversy in terms of alliances, which is Alliance Store. Now, in the Alliance Store, you can actually purchase these stuff, but with Alliance tokens, which is this red thing that you can only view when you go to your Alliance menu. Now, so how do you get Alliance tokens? Basically, when you go to Alliance info, you press donate. And here's where it gets tricky. I have no idea what Alliance mementos are, but based on the 3.0 speculated updates, Alliance Memento will be playing a really major role in future updates or future content. So maybe we should leave that to speculation for now, and let's go on to what we can actually tackle today. So this is a main point of controversy because it's somehow a nice thing to have, but in retrospect, if you think about it, it is really quite tedious and grindy. So basically how you get these tokens and XPs for your store is you donate gold. Now you're probably thinking, what the heck? Gold is a very scarce resource or scarce resource. So how does this work? So basically, if you press the plus button here, for there's like increments of 50k gold. Now for 50k, you get 5 alliance tokens and 100 store XP and 10 alliance points. Now you're probably wondering, wow, that is quite a lot. That's actually not a lot. It actually need a lot of XP more than this, more than like thousands. You're probably in the millions or 100,000s at the very least to up, or not really upgrade, but like level up your store. Now, why do you want to level up your store? Because some things in the store are locked until you level up your alliance store. So you might want to take note of that. So basically, every 50k that you donate, you get 10 of these red alliance tokens, which is really neat. So it goes all the way up. Right now I only have 450k or 460 plus, but it only allows me 450k. So the maximum is basically 1 million. Now, given that, I think with 1 million you can get up to 100 tokens. Which is not bad. But then raises the point on what you can actually buy. Now, for now at level 1, you basically have energy times 25 and clear tickets 25 too. And for energy, it costs 16 tokens per 25. So if you want 75 to reach the daily limit, that's like 48. And for clear tickets, if you want 75 of them, you'll need 66. So as you can see here, you can see at the bottom there's like a red highlight. It says Aligned Store level 2 or higher. So basically at level 2 you get advanced AXP boosters and shield boosters. Then it gets interesting at level 3 when you get the biometric selector, but you only get like once a day. Comic card chest, ISO 8 chest, custom gear chest, enchanted uru. So basically one on each level. So for level 4 you get comic card chest, level 5 ISO 8 chest, level 6 custom gear chest, and enchanted uru level 7. Alright, so once you get to level 8 and above up to level 10, it's basically also the same thing, but it gets particularly interesting. Like for example here at level 8 you can get rank 1 black antimatter, and for level 9 Nornstone of Chaos, get 20 of those, which these two you need for like gear 2ing stuff, and biometric selector times 50. So I take note, I think if you get either the 20 or the 50 you can get both, but you can only get one of each every day. So if you reach up to level 10, for your alliance store you can get up to 70 biometrics every day. Actually the 20 biometrics alone I feel is already good enough, because like you get that promo from the store, the one you buy, and you get 20 biometrics every day. But I think here it's for more geared towards the free-to-play players. So yeah, because if you're free to play, you can just get like tokens and then just purchase these every day, and it gives you the same effect. Now, I'm going to be breaking down why this store is beneficial and detrimental at the same time. Now, given the fact that you need gold to exchange for tokens, if we break it down, it's not a good system. So for example, right now I have 100 tokens. It took me 1,000,000 gold. Now for new players, you won't have 1,000,000 gold initially. And if you do, that's a miracle, because you're going to be using that on developing your characters or developing your roster. So new players won't be able to get this effect immediately unless their alliance is like really kind and they keep donating every day. Second, if you do have an alliance that donates every day, or at least incrementally every day, but you get the point, as long as you have an alliance that's donating. Now for not really veteran players, but from those who have been playing for quite a while now and to those experienced players who have more gold, it really sucks because you can only donate up to 1 million a day. So you have to keep going here every day, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million. And that isn't really helpful in terms of leveling up your store, because if they put a cap like this, it'll take you forever to level up and to get the later items. So what do I suggest? I suggest for alliances that are new, or maybe for those who have members who are willing to donate, I guess you should stop at alliance store level 3. Like you should already be satisfied with these with this biometrics times 20. That's pretty good enough. I mean, if you really want like the 50 selector, you really need to grind for that. And later I'll show you how much XP and how much gold it takes to reach up to level 10. But for now, I'm just going to break down why do we stop at level 3. Now, once you get to level 3, you're probably already exhausted from gold, time, and maybe money if you're not like if you're maybe paying crystals for gold or whatever. Maybe you're buying gold. But basically, you want to stop at level 3 if you just want to reap the maximum benefit of the store. Now, how do I explain this? The other chests here, they seem good, but they're not quite good. For the comic card chest, from what I've seen online and from what I've heard, you don't really get the good cards like the Civil War cards. You basically get Dimension Rift cards. Now, if you're going to get one of these a day, it's not that useful because you can just go on Dimension Rifts and like find these cards anyway. So there's no exclusivity to that factor, but it somehow helps in the long run if you want more, but I don't suggest you get this. Same with ISO 8 chests. There are other ways to get ISO 8, and it's just one, so you have to pray to RNGs so that you get like a fully awoken 6-star ISO of whatever choice you want. For custom gear, I don't think this will really help because most of the time you usually run like gears from those special missions that you do every day, and I think those alone are pretty good already. They're sufficient enough because you won't need gear that much because like you have few characters. The only thing you need gear for is like leveling up other gear, and I don't think custom gear chests do that unless you get like a guaranteed 5-star obelisk every run or roll. But from what I've heard as well, I don't think it's a guarantee that you get a good obelisk or like a good star or high star obelisk. So yeah, leave it at that. And now enchanted Uru chest. Now Uru is a relatively new thing to Marvel Future Fight, and I guess many people are going to fall into the trap of buying these Uru chests, but trust me when I say you'll get quite a lot of these in chapters 11 and 12. So once again, this is not really that useful. But in terms of the Black Antimatter and Northstone of Chaos, why I think you shouldn't level up all the way to 9 is a really simple logical explanation. Think about it. If you're going to level up your alliance all the way to level 8, shouldn't you be using those gold or those materials for something else? Shouldn't you be like developing your characters instead? So I don't think pouring in that much gold from you and from your alliance members or alliance mates just to get this every day at a daily limit of 1. You get what I'm trying to say? It's like, it's not worth getting only 1 every day. And yeah, it's not that useful in the long run. You could have used that gold on something else, developing your roster, developing your characters so much. So yeah. And then again, the biometric selector times 50, well, it's not that useful since there's already the option of biometric selector times 20, and that's good enough, especially considering how these things are priced, which I will explain later. So basically, in conclusion, for now, I don't think you should really focus on your alliance store level that much. Maybe you can donate incrementally every day, maybe bits and bits, what you can afford. And as of now, only level it up to level 3. Now let's take a look on how we can actually level up the store and how much resources it takes to level up to a certain level. Let's head on back to the sites of Reddit once more to check out some Future Fight stuff. So basically in this post by Avril Lavigne, I don't know how to pronounce that, I'm sorry, I'm bad at names. So basically, this is like a theory where the orange dot is at the top right corner of an item. So basically this is how they discovered it, or like discovered the prices. Now, I'm not sure if this is quite exact, but it seems pretty accurate. Now, for experience and shield boosters, you need 50 tokens for that. Biometric selector times 20, you need 110. Take note, 110. Sorry, I highlighted everything. 110. Comic card chest, 32. ISO 8. Custom gear chest and enchanted Uru chest, all 30 tokens. Rank 1, blank antimatter times 20, 85. Northstone of Chaos, 85, and Selector Biometrics times 50, 210. Now, what does this say about tokens and that? So, if we're going to take into account how you need 50k gold to get 5, that means for XP and shield boosters, you need 500,000 gold. That's a lot for an XP or shield booster, but I think for biometric selectors, it's pretty worth it, except for the last one, the times 50, because the times 51, you don't really quite need that, and it takes a lot of gold and experience to get that. Now, let's take a look at the main reason why I suggest to only upgrade your Alliance store to level 3. Let's take a look at this site by Kufu, who is the same guy we not really ripped off from, but like credit for the 3.0 update leaks. So basically, here is data on how much is needed to how much EXP is needed to level up and how much gold that is in translation. Now, for Alliance level 1, you're going to need 160,000 EXP. If you saw earlier, we only got like 100 XP for like 50k, I think. Well, you're pretty screwed because you need to get that around 1,600 more times to level up. And how much gold does that cost? 80 million. Take note, this is not really like burdened only for you. It's like your entire alliance's burden. So it's up to you to split. But basically, 80 million gold is no joke, especially considering how scarce the resource is. So for level 2, you need 240 and cumulatively 400. So basically, if you want to leap from level 1 to level 3, you're going to need 768 EXP, 768,000 EXP, sorry. And you're going to need an accumulation of 384 million gold. That is honestly no joke. And if we take a look, if you want to unlock the biometric selector, damn, you need 26,624,000 EXP. And how does that translate into gold? An accumulation of 13,312,000,000 gold. That's from 1 to 10. So basically, you want to take into account what level you are now and how you want to reach your targeted level. So feel free to pause the video and maybe take a screenshot or something, take note of how much gold it costs. And now we go on to the bottom part, which is the analysis of this site and the breakdown. So basically, they broke it down into how much gold is needed per head incrementally and cumulatively. So basically, if you want to reach Alliance level 3, which is what I suggest from level 1 to level 3, you're going to need 9,600,000 gold per member. That's assuming you have 40 members. So I don't want to do the math for like specific members, like, oh, what if we're 16 members, how much do we donate? Oh, if we're just like 9 members, how much do we donate? Let's just assume that you're 40 members, just to see the extremes of this situation. Now, for 40 membered alliances, you're going to need 9,600,000 gold each. So that's not that bad for level 3, and you get biometric selectors for that, which is really useful. And it'll take how many days cumulatively? It'll take 10 days. So if you're faithful to the 1 million gold every day, you're going to take like 10 days approximately. So yeah, if you want to reach Alliance level 10 though, per head, you're going to need 332,800,000 gold, and that'll take you 333 days. Now, basically, this is why I completely do not advise anything beyond level 3, because if you take a look at the number of days, from level 4 alone, it takes a little under 3 weeks. For level 5, it's around, I don't know, a little over 4 weeks. This one's definitely 7 weeks for Alliance level 6. For Alliance level 7, that's well over 10 weeks. Same thing for Alliance level 8 and 9, which I don't know how many weeks that is. That's probably in the 20s or 30s range. And for Alliance level 10, 333. For those who for those who do not know how many days there are in a year, it's 365, and 333 is almost a year. Which is why I don't advise putting in that much effort and that much gold, that much time into leveling up to level 10. So, now that we've already discovered how much effort, how much gold, how much time it takes to level up your Alliance store, I'm going to give a few tips to new players and maybe veteran players or those who can handle the game pretty well. Now, where are you going to get this gold? For example, you have like around the same goal as I have right now, and you're a new player, or maybe you're a veteran player, someone who's had experience before, you're going to want to first tackle your special missions or daily missions. I think I prefer daily missions because once you do stage 6 daily missions, with all your characters at the, what's that thing called? The bonus effect thing. I forgot what it's called. But that thing, the one with the orange border, where you get bonus XP and gold, you might want to run the last level of the daily twice. So you get around 200,000 already in terms of gold. Now for special missions, maybe if you can't reach the last level of daily missions, special missions, you can keep grinding that for gold. Story doesn't really help that much, but I think dimension rifts do pretty well. But I think the main thing would be co-op play. Now for those who don't know what co-op play is, it's basically you play with other players. It's not really that fun. Basically, all you want is to get your acquire reward for, like, if you complete this bar on the lower right screen that says 0%. If you reach that up to 100%, 5 times a day, you basically get like 100,000 gold or maybe more. So some people can rank, or not really rank, but like get up to millions here. I personally have already gotten quite a lot of gold here, and I guess what you can do to budget your money is that you only work for the 1 million a day as if you already have like enough resources to last you for your entire day. For example, I can already last a day with 400 plus gold because I don't really need to develop any characters right now. All I'm farming for is biometrics and not really gold for like skills and stuff. So I guess once I reach 1 million, I'll just use it right away. For those who are using like their gold for skills, I suggest you target how much you need for the skills first, and then you reserve anything later for the Alliance store donations. That way you have a sort of buffer zone or like a fallback in case you don't really reach your goal for the Alliance store. At least you can donate some, and at least you still have your main goal for the day in terms of developing your characters. Because at the end of the day, you might want to focus on your characters first if that's what you really need. So overall, what do I have to say about alliances in general? I think alliance is a really nice thing to have. It's amazing in terms of improving the gameplay of a like usual member or a usual player. Why? Because it promotes camaraderie among like allies when you donate those like friendship tokens, whatever they're called, alliance tokens, alliance points, sorry. And yeah, you can also, you know, do these challenges together. You can work towards a store together where you all mutually reap the benefits. And Alliance Arena is also a really fun thing, especially if your alliance doing really well and you get those like prizes or whatever. And with the upcoming speculated gameplay that 3.0 will provide, I have a strong feeling that Alliance will play an even bigger role in the future. So what I have to say to everyone, what I'm telling you is not only to focus on your alliance, but if your alliance is really bad, like it's inactive, like players haven't been playing for like 1 year or something, I suggest you leave that alliance and join a more active alliance for, you know, getting the maximum benefits and maximum fun of an alliance. So in conclusion, alliance is a really amazing thing if you're an active alliance, so make sure to be in an active alliance. So that's all for today. I hope I have given you guys more insight, a more in-depth look at what alliances are. Hopefully, I focus a lot more on Alliance Store and that helps a lot to you guys. So I want to know down below, what do you think about Alliance Stores? What do you think is the suggested level, minimum level to get the most out of the store? I think it's level 3, but if you guys have other suggestions, feel free to comment down below. And this has been an amazing episode so far, guys. So thanks for watching. I hope to see you guys tomorrow. Peace.